What's going on, YouTube? Welcome in to another beautiful build for you. Today we're building in the Evo o11 RGB, and you're like, Stins, you've built this quite a bit on the channel. I'm like, yes, but we haven't built with the beautiful X870 Edge, a 9800X3D, and a 5080 in it. Not to mention, we've got the H150i link cooler today. It's coming with those beautiful QX120 fans as well. Starting off on the X870E Edge board, which we built recently here on the channel because we love it. It is the best looking white PCB board, in my opinion, without potentially going to the Asus Strix. I love this board coming in from MSI with a 9800X3D. Again, the best gaming CPU on the market right now. We've got a 2TB Kingston KC3000 drive. For RAM today, we got 6000 CL30, 32 gigs today for today's system, and that Team Delta RGB. We've got a 1000 watt ATX 3.1 power supply coming in from Asus in the tough white 1000G. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's white sleeved cable design. And then for the graphics card today, we have the beautiful MSI RTX 5080 3X OC variant. That was a long intro. Let us know anything down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button to help us with the algorithm over on YouTube. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well if you want to see more beautiful pieces like this ending up over in your YouTube feed. If you want to catch us live on an edited raw like it is right now as I butcher this extremely long intro, you can join us any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday over at Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. We stream around 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll see you soon. Look at that. Sheesh.
He asked if it's another whiteout build. No, this looks like a blackout build. What you don't see here is a 9800X3D. I got it over here. We got tray 9800X3D. Let's get everything else off the top here. Again, there's a AMD H150i link. Look at how big this case is. All these fans. Look at these QX fans today. What fans do they put on the... Are the QX on here, are they? Oh, they're QX fans. Nice. So we have 9 QX fans. You can add a 10th if you want. Not too hard to rewire, but we have QX today. Nice. AJ, I upgraded his power supply too, so we got to figure this out for Jacob. I put him on the tough white PSU today. Which I know this is about, I guess, $50 or $60 upgrade from the standard power supplies. So he has a white aesthetic with his build today. I built this board like 3 times in the last like 2 weeks. And we've done it here on the channel. And if you're sick of it, I'm sorry. It just looks so good. So let's look at it even more with the above cam. 2 TB drive to have, no, actually half of it. Let's be real. Let's be real, OP. It's like a terabyte just for Warzone lately. Literally, Sergeant Fluffy who's in chat was like, I need to upgrade my storage. I have a 1 TB and I can't upgrade Call of Duty right now. 2 TB KC3000 drive going down and in. There it is. Boom. There it is. We will be starting to stock them more soon though, because I think the pricing of the 4 TB MB3 for like game storage is gonna be plenty for a lot of our customers. That's what we'll recommend. AJ wants to recommend a lot more of those to our customers. First DIMM. There's one, or a Team Delta RGB. First, second one in. There we go. All in. Board is set outside of our standoffs, which I believe we're gonna have to swap out. So let's grab those now. There's our AM5. There it is. All right. No, they talk about poorly. Like the performance between like Gen 5 and Gen 4 in gaming is like next to nothing. Right now, there's a video about it recently. Get our standoffs in place. Gen 5 kind of pointless. I mean, it's not kind of pointless. They work. The speeds are great at the trade-off of heat and TBD on longevity, because those things are going to get toasty. So I really recommend, honestly recommend Gen 4 drives, like the KC3000. There's a reason why we have them. It's a reason why we probably used over a couple thousand drives, maybe had 2 failures. And 2 failures, I believe, were just on systems that weren't properly cleaned and the thermals weren't the best. That drive has been damn near flawless for us for 2 to 3 years now. So that's why we use them. Standoffs are in place. Again, down on the mat, we have the X870E Edge TI board. Again, probably one of the best looking white PCB boards outside of the Asus Strix or potentially the Ice boards coming from Gigabyte. I like MSI, so I love this board. It looks absolutely great. I'm glad they went back to the white PCB. Definitely more of like a milky white, so don't look for that beautiful sheen, but it is indeed beautiful to have that white aesthetic. Looks great. 9800X3 down in the socket. Standoffs in place for the H150i link today. Those beautiful QX fans, and that nice, beautiful new pump they have, which looks stunning. 2 TB KC3000 drive down in the socket, and then our 6000 CL30 32 gig kit of RAM for today's build. Let's slide this aside and get this case out. Today's case, the beautiful o11 Evo. I think honestly, it's been a couple months we built here on the channel with an o11 Evo. But we were due. This is, I believe, a build coming off our Lux. The build Ryan's working on today is good looking too. I wish I had like a close-up camera what you're building on. I don't know if that one works. There it is. Yes, it's working. All right, look at that beautiful build he's working on today. That's the Ryan cam, now redeemable. Actually, it's gonna be like if you redeem a Harrier Ryan, you can see it now. Look at that build though. Sheesh. That's a good looking build. Take those panels out. Now we can get back to working on this case. There we go, chat, there it is. There's that beautiful Evo. All right guys, let's spin this around. Let's go top down. Motherboard in now that we have our little set screws. There we go, all lined there. Our motherboard screws, get our screwdriver, and let's get these start going in, chat. All right, 2 more screws here, chat. And then we'll get the drive cover back on. Leave off the side just so we have that center access motherboard spot available. There we go, edges on, looks good. Now we start working on our fans, chat. Our front close-up. This beautiful motherboard in this case, I think looks really good. Looks extremely good. Get our first set of fans out, chat. Beautiful QX fans. These are our QX fans today from Corsair. We need our cables, our screws. There it is, chat. Get these fans in. We'll work on our cables here in a little bit. There we go. We got those out. Get our bottom fans in. Bottom fans. Secure. We'll work on the cables here in a minute, chat. Everything with us, we can run 2 fans into here. So we're gonna run one off the CPU cooler, then the other 2 we're gonna daisy chain. So, should be able to, in theory. There we go. There's our one link. Now all of our intake fans are on the same circuit, and then our fans off the AIO will be on a different circuit. There we go. Up and in. There we go. Fans are all connected. That's the joyous part of a link, are those connections. There's a little hub that goes on this little hub. It's powered by a SATA connect, or a, not SATA, wish it was SATA, but actually PCIe, so it takes a little bit of power. All right, now we have that done, we can start working on cables. Our first USB 3.0 header. There we go, get this up and in. Next will be our Type C. Type C, there we go. Get those in, we can start working on our cable management. We have those, we have to run our HD audio, our PWM, sorry, not PWM, but our RGB and our front panel. That'll be next. Run these bad boys now. We'll have our RGB, which will be for our case, will be next. RGB, and then honestly, all we have after this is to start connecting our USB and our power supply before we run to the cooler, chat. Those are good. Let's get our power supply in next, chat. So we're on to next, our beautiful Asus Tough 3.0 power supply. 3.1, I think 3.1? 3.0 capable, yep. Not much difference really in the variations of 3.1 and 3.0. There's our USB. Just gonna go to this hub. White cables today on that beautiful white Tough power supply. One of my favorite white power supplies you can buy right now is this power supply. So I was built with it recently on the channel. It's just, can't beat it honestly for the price right now. You really can't. 12 high power, guess one. SATA there. Do we have a small SATA? Sometimes they have small SATAs in here. PCIe 1, we'll need that. And 2, PCI today. There's a single SATA, small one. And our dual EPS. Those are all the cables we need there on top of the motherboard. So we need a lot of cables today. These are all the cables we're doing in the face system. All these other cables, which is not a lot, are going on the motherboard box. That's a big old power supply. We have all but 2 SATA cables filled on this bad boy. So, that being said, we're start getting this in and going to get managed, because this is a lot of cables to manage today. We have a master class of cable management, like someone said in chat. We'll show you when we get closer to being done, but we're going to get these cables in. We're going to get everything going, the screws in on the back of this, and we're going to get this bad boy going. 1, 2. GB cables are in. Trying to keep those cables off the side. You can see we just zip them to the back there. These EBS cables are kind of out of the way. We're making these runs now in the middle of the case, kind of clean it all up. Next is going to be our, these are our EPS, there, here we go, this is what I want. Let's get this big boy out of here, out of the way. This is going to be our 24-pin main. 24-pin main going down and in. There we go, it's in. This is our 12-volt high power. Done with this. Now we get the cooler out, chat. Cable management looking pretty snazzy back here so far, considering so many PCIe cables, all the runs. Now we're just working on the rest of this. smorgasbord of cables. So you can see how the cables are managed. They're done on the back. This hub that we just ran is going to sit actually on the door. So you hear it when it shuts. And this cable will zip tie in a minute, but there's our cable management so far. Looking clean in the tray. Now we get the cooler in. Let me see. I gotta see the manual in for this one because this is where it gets funky. All these cables. Let me see real quick, chat. Make sure everything dialed in correctly because it connects the pump on the top. And there's a Type-C cable, which I'm looking for, which is TB determined. Where is it? They don't have. This is just a. They want you to scan a QR, I bet, on this one, don't they? Yep, there it is. This goes like so. Where's the Type-C cable go? There's a Type-C power on the hub that I guess you don't utilize. Okay. It's been a while since I've done the link. You don't use a lot of Corsair link, honestly. This goes there, and then we have the cable that's gonna come out. This just looks, ugh. All we can do with the backside, so you don't even see it. This will talk through over here. Okay. And the other cables can come through right there. Perfect. Okay, we got it. We got it, chat. So we go like so. Even we need to stop and assess the setup sometimes. All right. Let's get our screws. Get this rad mounted. It has been a while. It's been like a full year since I've done a link setup. Not a lot of people requested, honestly. So I had to think of it for a minute, you know? I had a little thinking. I would say if anything I like about this link is there's gonna be no cables coming off the cooler. So it's gonna be super clean in this build today. That's gonna be a big W. Let's drop in this bad boy. Actually, we're gonna hook up this really quick. This is gonna be our last of our distro really quick, right here. The love of Link. There we go. All right, it screws in. Working on this pump now. I love that there's like no cables. Like there's no cables right there. Speedrun PC build. I've done speedrun PC builds before. I think my record's like 26 minutes. I like a really easy cooler. And I do like that, like I said, there's no wires coming off the pump. It's just the pump. It's got it connected within the what do you call it? Congruent? Not congruent. What do they call that stuff? I can't even name of it right now. I'm memory blanking. Conduit? Yeah, conduit. Yeah. Congruent. All right, get the cellophane off this pump. This pump's gonna look beautiful when it's lit up. I can tell this is the fusion. There we go. Next is gonna be the GPU. And look at the back, you can't even see cables. When the cable cover's shut, there it is, chat. You can't even see anything there. Get the GPU out, chat. 5080 today. It's definitely a higher end build. The fans, the cooler, things like that are a little bit more expensive. This build was like $39.99 or something like that, I think. It's a little higher end because the case, the components, things like that. But this is a nice one. The fans are what's expensive. The QX fans are a little more expensive, but I mean, aesthetically, this is a really nice looking build. There's chat. There's our 4080 today. Or sorry, 5080. Jeez, 4080. After doing it for 2 years, I forget. 5080 today. Jeez. So the white card would have been the chef's kiss, but we do not have a white card. Got a nice silver one though. So I'm gonna give them a black one we have. We get them a silver one at least. All right, let's get our 2 slots out we need for the 5080 today. And we go with the 5080 boys. There it is, nice thunk. We're gonna go up and in with our power cable. There we go, all secure. Let's flip this aside really quick. Should take this off. I gotta let slack really quick. Take this out when you get home, looks better. Yeah, because nobody likes that white corner panel. Put that glass up there. There is chat. Let's light it up. Oh, that's a lot better looking. I like that paint. Once that arm's gone there, that looks so much better. There it is, chat. Let's light it up. Let's go.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come over, hang out, chat it up with us, watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.